Yo, what's up, Beatbox family? Okay, so the tag team and crew results for the wildcard GBB 2021 just came out last night, for me at least, because I'm from Malaysia. And number one, congratulations to Sarikani, Kaji, Kohei, Rusi, and so. Holy shit, you guys made it in crew and tag team, alright? Because wildcard guys was 4th place in tag team, and Husky. Yeah, sorry about that. Husky was 1st place. Amazing, like holy shit. Okay, congratulations to onii-chan as well, 3rd place, and Jackpot 2nd place. Well deserved to all 4 of you. Now this was my top 8 list. Not gonna lie, the top 4 in my list was not really close to the official top 4. Like the only tag team in my top 4 that made it into the official top 4 was Jackpot. So in a way, it just goes to show I still have a lot of things to learn in beatboxing, especially in tag team. Like my solo wildcard ranking was like very close, I would say. But my tag team ranking, holy shit, was not close at all, guys. I am still a little bit proud though, because I was telling all my friends when we were waiting in Discord for the results to come out that my tag team top 8 was very fluid. For example, like I put Husky in 5th place, but they could have been in 8th place, they could have been in 2nd place. I put onii-chan at 7, but they could have been in 1st place, they could have been in 4th place. I put Blue Mountain in 2nd place, they could have been in 6th place, 3rd place, you know, you get the gist. Like the rankings in my top 8 can be switched depending on the perspective of the judges, and also like how all 5 judges lists add up together in the end. So I'm a little proud that the top 4 was like really close in the top 8, in my top 8, you know, so a little proud, but I still have a lot to learn, which is why we're gonna like go back to the live stream video and we're gonna listen to what the judges say on how they judge the wildcards or how they think a tag team should be, because I don't have a tag team, but I really want to have a tag team, and you know, it's good to go into this with some kind of knowledge. Like I said, my ranking for top 4 was like not close, and it'll be really nice to learn about it before I go into tag team. So let's get to it.
Blue Mountain Beatbox, I really love this. Love their wildcards, and when the guy started singing, I'm really impressed. I'm so glad to hear somebody do some like musical stuff, and yeah, I want to say something to Plan B. I think they did a very good job.
You see that? This is Zhangze's list. Okay, so onii-chan is in 1st, which is understandable, and then you have Plan B at 2nd place. I don't think that Plan B even made top 10. Very interesting. And then let's see, Blue Mountains at 4th place. Fruity Bomb is at 8. Okay, wildcard guys who got 4th place is at 9. So you can see how each judge had like a very different perspective towards things. It's really interesting.
Job on the wildcard, and it's a really clean track, and sound design is very good, and the structure perfect. And for the top 4, I think they are just deserve it, because the tracks are sick. And finally, congratulations to everybody. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. Your top 4 was right on pretty much. You had
At least he had 2 people in his top 4 that made the official list. I only had 1. This guy had who? Let's see. Okay, onii-chan and Husky. Okay, pretty, like that was like half of the top 4, you know. Okay, let's see who did he have? Fruity Bomb. Okay, Pahlawan was at 10. Let's see his top 20. Okay. So based on what he said, he was looking more on the musical structure and sound design aspect. You know, that's why you can see people like Blue Mountain ranked really high. Plan B, because technically speaking, Plan B's wildcard, musically speaking, was like mind-blowing. They did harmonization. I mean, a lot of tag teams did harmonization, but they did it like differently with like the duck sound and Benja's bass. So it was very, very unique. So I think Zhangze saw that as plus points, you know. So from that you can see it's like totally different compared to me, where I ranked Plan B at 10th place, you know, and I think other judges ranked Plan B pretty low as well, because they had different opinions, you know. So that was Zhangze's opinion. Pretty interesting.
Two that were different, Plan B and Blue Mountain.
Okay, let's see. Okay, he had onii-chan at 9th, and onii-chan got what, 3rd place? Wildcard! Holy shit! Chris put wildcard guys at 17th. Okay, holy shit, this is so interesting. I want to see what he says.
I think, you know, when judging, first of all, like all of these were super close for me. Again, you know, And the things that we're looking at.
And you see, he had Plan B at 11th place. Let's see. He had Ziegler at 2nd place. Ziegler was actually very good. I know I did not react to their wildcard, but I saw it multiple times. It was really good. Let's see, who else? Okay, they had Dreamers at 10. Dreamers was at 5th place, I think. Blue Mountain at 13. Okay, you see, very different as well. Jackpot at 3rd, very understandable. Palawan at 5th, understandable as well.
For with tag team, what's important is like how well are you working with your partner, you know, and how well do you sound together as a unit. I think some of the points differed a little bit because of how two people were working together and how much their style has developed as a team together. That was really important because it's apparent on how you design the sounds together, how in tune you were, what your time looked like, what your transitions looked like. All those things are super important with how I was judging. I would have really liked to have seen Zyger up there, to be honest, because like just some of the stuff that they were doing was just like so, they were in tune with one another. I really enjoyed their wild card a lot.
So just a pause, just to recap, like what Chris said, if I was to like summarize what he meant, Chris, if you're watching this, please correct me. Okay. So in tag team you have two people, you know, but what he's looking for is how two people really come together to sound like it's coming from like one track, and how you manage to merge your sounds together so it's like really unified. And yeah, if you look at it from that stance, like from his perspective, it's understandable that he ranked wildcard guys at 17th place, because based on how they were started, you can tell like wildcard guys, there was like Kaji and Soso doing what they're good as solo beatboxers, and they just fuse that together, you know. While if you look at Husky, right, they did what they were good at as solo beatboxers, but they also really merged their sounds really well to work with the track, and you see Chris put them at 1st place, so it's understandable why he ranked them that way.
What's up, man? Yeah. Well, Chris,
But
has
yeah.
to be saying better.
No, I was looking for who, you know, just like musically as well, who was fitting well together, because that's the most important thing with tag team. Not just it is a competition; it's how impressive you're going to be, and who's connecting with one another when they're making the music together. So I think that's a really important.
For all of you who said that Chris made like some weird judgments, I just want to remind you, this guy is the world tag team champion. So whatever he's saying has weight on it. Like whatever he's saying is like real shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Like he knows what he's talking about.
Anti-Shock in your top 4, but you had
Oh,
Jackpot.
Anti-Shock's in his top 4. Where did I put Anti-Shock? Holy shit, I put Anti-Shock at 13. Okay, very different opinions we have. I just realized that I was ranking these tag team wildcards like they were solo wildcards, you know. So I was really looking really deep into the structure and dynamics of things, you know, which is important in tag team wildcards. But you know, if you look at what Chris is saying, I think the other judges agree with him as well. They were like really looking for synergy, you know, like how both beatboxers worked really well together to create something that was really new and like really just one piece, you know. So I think that's where my perspective and the judges' perspective are different. I think I was judging the wildcards like they were solo wildcards, which not gonna lie, that's not good judging on my part. I think I need a different mindset when I judge tag team wildcards next time. Holy shit! Okay, he had 3 people in his top 4 that made the actual list. So he had Jackpot, that was 1st place. He had wildcard guys in 3rd. Okay, wildcard guys did come in 3rd, not bad. Right? No, they came in 4th. Okay, and onii-chan was in 3rd, but he put them in 4th. Okay. Husky 7th. Okay, so Husky was 1st, but he put them 7th. So very different decision again, once again.
Yeah, again, I mean, similar to Chris, it's like feeling the vibe and seeing what really works between the two people, because you can, you know, it stands out when two beatboxers are in a team and they're doing kind of their own thing. It is kind of fitting, but you can tell that they're kind of in their own space. So it's about that connection, and I thought for me, Jackpot did that amazingly. They were my number 1 spot. They did.
I have to agree, Jackpot was so amazing. You guys have no idea what I did with the Jackpot wildcard. Like seriously, I'm gonna release like a short, like a YouTube shorts about it. It's so funny. You see, even in this, if I'm correct, there's like a different perspective in similar perspective. For example, if you look at how Hobbit said he agreed with Chris Elise on how it was mainly about how both beatboxers really merged together. You can see there was so many differences. For example, Hobbit put Fruity Bomb at second place. I think Chris put Fruity Bomb very, very low, like very low. Like, oh my, holy shit, Fruity Bomb is not even in Chris Elise's top 20. So you can see even if they have the same perspective on things, it can still be very different. So it's very interesting how there's always perspective in a perspective. You know what I'm trying to say?
Well,
Yeah, again, I mean, similar to Chris, it's like
Let's fast forward this because we saw this
10.
part.
I mean, I don't got anything to say. Everyone did great. You know,
Let's see. Holy shit, he had a very, very accurate list. Okay, Husky at first. Okay, Wildcard guys at 7. Second, oh my god, my numbers. Okay, Jackpot at third. He had onii-chan at fifth, and they got fourth. So he has a very accurate list. Let's see. Okay, okay, Fruity Bomb at 6. I think they had what, 9th place. Okay, Fresh Tonic got 10. Understandable. Dreamers at 5th. He put them 7th. Palawan had 7. He put them 13. Okay. I think his list is probably like what, one of the closest lists.
my top 20, mostly my top 10 was all off by like 0.1, not even a whole point. Because
Like I said, the top 10, top 8, very fluid. Anybody could have gotten in.
it's just so difficult, man, because everyone's dope. But like I said, you really just got to stick out and do something different. And I will say with this top 4 that has been picked by all of us, there's something to say about the sound quality of all those videos and just the feeling of those videos. They were so clean and tight, and it just sounded so good. Like that top 4, every single one of those videos was just like top tier music, and it's what it takes these days to get in. And to back what Chris and Hobbit said, it should feel like one. When a good tag team is performing, it should feel like one performance. It shouldn't feel like two different
exactly.
boxes. It should feel like one set is happening, and that doesn't. There's a lot of guys out here that were 2 sick-ass beatboxers, and they're playing off each other, they're doing dope shit, and they're amazing beatboxers, but still it kind of feels like 2. It feels like 2 people. And I feel like the really great tag teams can sometimes just feel like one track is playing, and it's just on point, and these guys, the top 4 that was picked,
Yeah, he has he's basically saying what Hobbit and Chris Elise are saying. This is the one thing I think I learned from watching this, is that like putting your beats together and making them sound good is one thing, but putting your beats together and making them sound like one track is like a whole different thing. And I think that is the thing that I really missed when I was like ranking the wildcards according to my opinion. I really missed that. So it's no wonder that my rankings are really off.
After looking at my top 20 now on this thing, I think I fucked up. On point, and these guys, the top 4 that was picked, I think is pretty on point. After looking at my top 20 now on this thing, I think I fucked up. I changed a couple things.
These guys are
Sometimes
messing around.
I just wish I put Oni-chan a little bit lower. I'm fucking around.
Sinjo and I had the same expression. Look at Sinjo.
I'm fucking around.
Kenny.
It was so tight, and I think what I really was
So
looking
tight.
for, like to echo what everyone was saying, is how you work together. And I think what we're seeing more now is people experimenting with combinations of sounds of what goes well together. Like usually you'd kind of get, if someone does a bass and someone does a high, just to fill in the frequencies. But now you're getting 2 kind of basses or 2 high but in a right tone, that you're getting a really specific tone that you can only get together.
That is so true. Beatboxing has like really evolved, like for everything. Even loop, at one time it used to be one melody and then one track for drums, and that's it. But nowadays, like one track can have multiple drum percussions in it to like really max out the flavor, and one track will have multiple different melodies inside of it, plus a hangover on top. It's really, like, beatbox has really evolved, and it speaks even in tag team. Like, last time it used to just be like one high notes, and then like probably one guy does a lip roll. But nowadays, like, both guys can be doing bass, both guys can be doing high notes, and it would still work very well because beatboxing has really evolved.
Some of the sound quality in a lot of them, they lost quite a lot of marks for bad sound quality because it's just
Oh, you
so
lose
hard
marks
to
for
hear.
that? I didn't know
And
that.
another thing that made people drop points for me was if I couldn't understand what you're saying, I'd rather you say it in your native tongue, and it make 100% sense to you than try and say it in English and then fail.
Oh my god, finally somebody said it. Like, this applies to everything. Solo, loop station, tag team, everything. Like, every time, I don't know why. I really don't know why, but people, when they create routines, they always want their lyrics to be in English, which is fine if your mother tongue, your first language is English, like mine. So my lyrics will be understandable, or at least connected in some sense, right? But if you're from another country, or let's say your English is not that fluent, why don't you just do the lyrics in your own language? We might not understand, but it will be easier for us to connect to your lyrics because you personally can connect your lyrics to a certain point. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, when you make lyrics, make sure it's something that you can personally understand. Make sure it's something that you can personally put meaning into. So if that means you have to speak, if you have to make your lyrics in Spanish, or if you have to make your lyrics in Russian, or Mandarin, or Indonesian, like, just be proud of your language, be confident with it. I would rather hear you sing lyrics in your own national language, even though I don't understand, rather than hear you sing some lyrics in English that make no sense, or maybe you're having trouble pronouncing it because you're not so fluent in the language. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, be proud of your language, guys.
I wanted to comment on Zany's point as well, the audio quality. That's one of the reasons I started offering this service, was to have, because when me and this was in Papua.
Yeah, speaking of sound quality, guys, like I think like everybody should really put effort into making the audio for your wildcard really good, whether it's loop or solo or like literally whatever, because like it's GBB. GBB, I don't need to say much, like maybe Sinjo, right? You can go to Sinjo, he's like the best, right? But if you're like me, maybe Sinjo is too expensive, so I went to the next best thing. I went to Pulse 8, and guess what? He really did an awesome job with my audio. But guess what? If you can't spend, there are other beatboxers out there who are doing free mastering, like Matt Speed from the UK, Pono from America. Like, it's out there. You just gotta make the effort. Go like DM them or something, like, hey, can you mix my wildcard for me? It's so simple. When you make wildcards, please make an effort. Like, before this, when I made wildcards, I just took my phone, I recorded it, and I didn't give a shit. I thought that if my beatboxing was good enough, I might make it. But guess what? Audio does play an important role, and I'm very happy that I made Pulse 8 master my audio as well. Like, seriously, guys, make an effort for your audio. Like, seriously.
And the rest of the Swiss Beatbox team were judging wildcards in the past. One of the hardest things to get over is that audio quality. If you can't hear them clearly, if you have distortion, it doesn't matter how amazing they are. You're not going to be able to accurately judge their wildcard. It's such an essential part of it. But yeah,
it's such a shame when you can hear that that there is something good there, but it's just so hard to hear it.
Yeah. And I think if you're entering into a competition, like, go all out. Like, don't just do it half-hearted and record it in your phone. Like, okay, some people don't have access.
This competition.
Some people don't have the access. Yeah, but you're entering the biggest beatbox battle in the world, so don't just do a half-hearted entry. Like, put some effort. If you don't know, like, put up a post like, yo, can someone mix my audio? I don't have some. There's so many people that just with a little bit of audio understanding, you can get your audio quality already much better.
So I'm just gonna wrap this up because I've taken a lot of time to record this video. So obviously, the normal things that I already know, like structure, musicality, sound quality, those kind of stuff I already know because I use it in my solo beatboxing, right? But the one thing, I think this is the only thing I learned from watching this, but it's like really important. I never really thought about it, right? Is how unified both beatboxers sound in a tag team. It's really important. It has to sound like one track. Like some tag teams are two beatboxers and they beatbox together, and their sounds, like, it connects, but it doesn't sound like a track. It sounds like two beatboxers beatboxing at the same time. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think like that's the most important thing that I learned here today, because from what I said earlier, I was judging and ranking the wildcards like they were solo wildcards, which was, honestly speaking, not good judging on my part. So I'm happy I learned about this. I hope you guys learn a few things about tag team, also about how judging is and how difficult and different it can be, right? Comment your opinions below. I would love to hear them. But once again, like I said, no toxicity. I will fucking delete your comment if you're toxic in the comments, alright? Okay. But that's all from me. Peace out, guys. Until the next video. I'll see you again soon, alright?